Hello, and welcome to my channel. And today we are back to my cross stitch conversion. I'm actually going to do 8 squares because we're up in the sky. So I wouldn't go as far as saying it's colour blocking, but I see there's at least like 3 squares going on 4 squares that has mostly the same colour. So it's as close as colour blocking that it's going to get. So YOLO, YOLO. We're going to do all 8. And hopefully I'm going to do it all on video. So just to recap quickly, this is a cross stitch pattern that I'm converting to a diamond painting. It's this picture, Dragon Race Into the Night by Rose Khan. And if you have no idea what a cross stitch conversion is or what I'm talking about, you might want to check out this playlist. I'm doing pretty much the whole thing on camera for the most part. So yeah, you can check out, follow my journey on there with that playlist. So yeah, let's get started. Right, 813. So, hello. Hello. How are you? How are we? How are we all doing? I don't know why I've got that piece of paper there. Ran a bit of cover paper floating around. I know what it was. It was where I was taking off this. And right, let's just pick out the piece of trash that I can see straight away. It's got a curved back. And yes, I hope you are doing well. I hope if things are not great, I hope they improve for you soon. There's always tomorrow, and tomorrow is eventually going to be better. It is. That's how it works. I have decreed it. But yeah, so today is, let me say the date before I forget. Hang on, 1 2 3 4 5. Let's do this. It's always the hardest part when I start. I have to do the counting. But today is Thursday the 19th of June, so I am back. Let me move this. I don't need that. I only have it for the straightener. And we'll put our little trash drill thing up here. And then I can move this here. And then hopefully I won't knock it with my knuckle and deselect everything. I was about to say something. Oh, it's gone already. That's an inauspicious start. Oh yeah. So I'm back already before a month is done. So that's good. 3 6 3 6. We're on target, especially as I'm basically I need to do 600 a month at the moment to not fall behind. So the fact I'm doing 800, and I think as we're doing blue, if I can, even if it's only these two, because I had to cut all this bit was there, and I might just do those two. But it's quite exciting in a way, as exciting as it can be on a project this size that I've been doing this long. Well, there's a bit of reflection on that. Is that irritating? Let me see if I can. No, that doesn't help. Let's try that. Yeah, so it's kind of exciting in the sense that, look, I've got to this and I've got this row here and I have deliberately covered it up, and that's how it's going to stay, because this one row is going to go all the way, all of my canvases, because remember it's going to be 8 canvases, and yeah, all 8 of these canvases are going to be done like this, in the sense that I'm going to leave where it's going to connect with its neighbour. I'm leaving a row, and then the theory is I'm going to connect the canvases together, and then I'm going to diamond paint across the join. So I've got one row on one canvas and one row on the other. Does that make sense? So in a way, when I've done this, I've actually reached the edge of the canvas for all intents and purposes for my current mission. So that is quite exciting. And the reason I thought I'm going back here, because like it was tree down there and it was all dark colours, and I thought, you know what, I'm not in the mood for dark colours. I'm in the mood for blue. It's so hot. I don't know why I want blue sky. We in the UK will know what I'm about to talk about with the weather, because it's actually gone insane. Absolutely, we've had some weird weather this year so far, with like hot temperatures. Like April, we was getting like summer days in April, and it didn't happen once. It happened several different times, and yeah. So today it's going to be 31 degrees, which for our friends overseas who might not use what is it, centigrade? That's it. 1 2 3 4 5. that is 87 Fahrenheit. Except, like, I live in a flat, in an apartment, like directly under the roof, and the roof is like it's like a loft. I'm in flats, so like there's multiple people live here, and it's like an L-shaped block, and the loft runs above all of them, and it's a traditional one of these, like angled roofs. And the way we face, it's like we have sun all the whole time because I'm end of the row, and yeah, it's just we're an east-west facing flat. So in the mornings the sun is coming up that side, and in the evenings, well, afternoons, the sun comes through here. But it does mean we are permanently got the sun beating down on this roof. And in the UK, at least with the older builds, I think that's changed now with newer. I'll tick them off before I mess something up. With the newer builds of houses, they're what do you call it? Insulation and stuff. It's different. It's like it's designed to prevent heat moving in or out. And so the new insulation is good because if it's hot outside and cool inside, it'll stay cool inside. It won't let the heat in. But this is not what the masses have. Masses tend to have homes built 1, 2, 3, where the insulation traps heat. That's the idea. So in winter, because usually our winters would be a bit chilly, not crazy cold, but cold enough, cold and prolonged. So the idea was trap the heat, and then you don't get cold in winter. And to be fair, even if I don't put the heating on in winter, I mean, it will be cold, but it won't be. It's not. I wouldn't have to worry about a pipe freezing. If I went on holiday in winter, I wouldn't have to worry about a pipe freezing or anything like that, because it doesn't fall that cold. But it does mean now, as each summer gets longer and hotter by the year, apparently. That is not right. So that's 2 over, but if that's wrong, that means that one's there. 1, 2. Okay, it was just that one that was wrong. Yeah, it's making it a bit of a sufferance in summer. Well, I'd say summer. I mean, it's still only mid-June, right? It's just like usually our peak summer is in August. So who knows what that's going to bring. I almost dread it. But you never know. It can be so flaky because we're on the kind of on the Gulf. What's it called? Gulf Stream. Kind of, it moves back and forth over the UK, which is why our weather can be so variable. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there is actually no guarantee that because it's like 31 degrees. Saturday, so it's Thursday. On Saturday, it's forecast to be 33 degrees, which is 91. But yeah, it's because of my loft. I woke up this morning and the temperature inside the home, my flat, 3, 6, was 30 degrees. And I've got my little balcony, so obviously I can't leave that open overnight because, like, if somebody will climb up and break in, you don't leave anything open at night in London. Not if you've got any sense. So I have to close my balcony door at night. So I went out there to drink my tea this morning and have my yogurt. And right, let's put that one back and go on to the next. Where it was a nice, because my balcony is at the front. Oops, let's drop the drill. My balcony is at the front, so it's in the shade until about 2:30. The sun starts to creep in. So it's in the shade, and it was only 21 degrees, so it's literally 9 degrees warmer in my flat. Fortunately, right. What shall I do next? Let's do this. Let's do that one. 800. So yeah, it's a bit wild, and of course, everything is so noisy where I live that I've had to shut my windows to film. So I'm actually a bit worried about my phone as well overheating. So I think what I might do today is I'll do so much, and then I'm gonna take a small, like a sort of a 15-minute break, just to stop my phone overheating, and then I can get a drink. So I do have a drink. This is insane. I don't know if you can see this. That obviously is my glass. Sorry, I've got it on autofocus, so you won't be able to see. But there's got the tiniest of ice cube in it. I have a Mickey ice cube tray. Well, I think it's actually meant to be a cookie tray. It's a silicone tray, and they're like chunky ones. I'm doing it as a heart. It's not. It's a Mickey head. But they were like one of them ones that's like 2 inches in diameter. I put that ice cube in like when I start filming, 12 minutes. I did it literally before I start camera. So 15 minutes, that's going to be gone. That's how fast. And it wasn't warm water either, because I put an ice cube in before that, had a little sip, got distracted, set up my camera and stuff, and it had already melted. I was like, oh, it's probably, you know, I just left it there on the window, and yeah, so it melted, and I put another one in straight away, and that's melted straight away. So it's warm and miserable, and I'm going to be whiny, but I do have a little air conditioning unit that I'm going to switch on this afternoon, and then once it's switched on, it's not coming off. I bought it a couple of years ago when we had, again, it was like what year? Yeah, no, not last summer, the summer before, was it? I think. Well, no, it might have been the summer before that. I think I've had the air conditioning unit 2 years, and I bought it after we had 40-degree heat, which is the hottest ever we've recorded in the UK. It broke a record, or I don't know if it was the UK or just London, but whatever it was really hot, and of course it was hotter indoors, so it was 40 plus. I was not happy, and I was like, oh, is that gone funny? Yeah, that's all right. And I was just like, no, just no. This is I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep, and how am I doing? It's 4, 6, 4. I've done this wrong. Done this wrong already. Do you know why? Because I've mixed up my rows. Oh god. Wow. Okay, let's just move these. So that's meant to be the 3. So it's supposed to be across and down. I don't know what I was thinking there. 3. Okay. And then that one's right, and then this one, I mean, there is going to be ones there, but let's just get this straight before I mess it up even more. Okay, so that one's meant to go down there. Tick those off. Yeah, and it was the wee hours. It was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. And I was like, right, I can't not. I need to sleep. I was exhausted, but I was so hot. So I went to bed because I'm a night owl, so it wasn't actually that bad for me. But then I woke up again when my other half was getting ready for work, so that was like 5. So I had 4 hours sleep, and I had been tossing it, and I was like, no. And I sat on the balcony then. I got up at 5 a.m., went out on the balcony because it was just it was absolutely awful. So yeah, how's your day going? Do you have wacky weather where you are? Good job climate change isn't real, eh? Otherwise it could be really bad. But yeah, it's the weird thing is, well, not weird, the scary thing is that I'm looking at the 14-day forecast, and it's not even going to get better. Like the 14 days, I think there was one day where it said it would be below 25, and the rest are all 25, 26, 27, and most of it was all sunshine. There was no clouds. If there was some clouds, at least you've got, a little bit of relief from the sun beating down. But no, it looks like this next 2 weeks is going to be a whinge fest from me. I'm just going, weather. 168, because you do know we Brits, we do enjoy our weather conversations, usually to moan about it, but yeah, it's no, is that right? Yes, that is right. But yeah, at the moment it's wild, and it's not going to be good, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's already hot, and there's 2 weeks of this to go. 2 weeks that I know could carry on after the 2 weeks. Be nice if there was like a thunderstorm at least, because then the rain. This is just, oh, I don't know what I'm like. The rain would come down onto the. Where does that come from? Is that have I knocked that off of my? I've not even done that colour. Have I knocked a drill? I've dropped a drill. Is it come off the edge? Do you know? Maybe it's just had a ride and it's just been sitting in the. Where'd it come from? Well, I'm just going to put that there. Leave that there, and if I find a hole, I'll hold it up to the window after we're done filming, and I'll see if there's any gaps. But I have a feeling it might have just been caught. So I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any holes, and I'm not. Whatever. Whatevs. Right, let's do this one. What is that? That is 3752. 3752 is here. Yeah, so it's I'm bit not looking forward to it. It sounds crazy though, doesn't it? Like the weather is nice, nice and sunny and whatever, and I'm actually complaining about it. And I'm right. We've had all sorts of heat warnings, health advisories, and all this sort of thing, especially for like more vulnerable people who like kids and old people. Like they're just, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. We overheat. One, two. I mean, over here, no, I don't want to take that one off. Over here, our houses don't tend to come with air conditioning quite often. Our shops, even things like that, don't always come with air conditioning. Usually, the only places that have, guaranteed air conditioning is places like businesses that have server rooms with lots of computers, and then because the computers are like, obviously they're important, and there'll be some rudimentary sort of fan system, whatever. But no, that's got a corner tab on it. But it's not like it's the buildings are old, and so they wasn't built with them in from the start. So everything, even if it's a building or business does have air conditioning, it's like retrofitted. So it's never going to be as good as like one that was built in when it was being made, when it was being built. And I'd say, I mean, it's more it's more common now, but I'm not sure if it's even standard to have air conditioning like in a car. I know that sounds crazy, probably to a lot of people, but I think Europe in general, we don't do air conditioning. So yeah, what am I going to do now? I've done that colour already. So let's do this one of 3747. 3747. This H. I've got some ABs in this bit, which I'm going to scatter in somewhere. Just a little bit. I've not worked on Sky for ages, but it needed to be done. And I almost did it like off camera, because I thought, oh, it's a bit boring. And I was considering like doing it all the way down until I started to reach the dragons again. That is no. Hang on. I've done it wrong again. Hey, hold your horses here. I have done it wrong. What is wrong with me? So that is right. Alright, I figured it out. So, for some reason, I did that off to the side, so everything needs to move over a row. I am just blame it on heat. It's definitely the heat, not the fact. I mean, I admittedly, I make mistakes every single video, but this time it's the heat. Yeah, let's go with that. So everything there. And the trouble is, everything's so pale. So, it took me a while to figure out which. Oh, get in there. Figure out which colour was was wrong. Move that across. Move that across. Fortunately, I don't tend to press down very hard. This is double-sided adhesive. Usually, it's quite sticky. But I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson the hard way. That I make too many mistakes, so I'm always very gentle. And then when I'm done, that's when I'll press it down. So let's go here. Can't remember what I was saying. No, cannot remember. Doesn't help that when I was trying to figure that out, the door rang and I forgot I had an Amazon package due to be delivered today. Did not remember. Otherwise, I would have checked the tracking to see what, you get a little van. I don't know if they get a little van. We get a map on ours and we can see like where he is. We can like stalk him before he's coming to deliver. And I could have had a look to see where he was, seen it he was about to deliver and not started the camera. Do that. Do that and do that. And then let's just check myself, seeing as I seem to be having one of those days where I'm making unforced errors. I've missed one down here, so let's do that. Right, tick all those off. So, yeah, what have we got? Let's stop whinging, and I will start talking about what diamond painting related news do we have. Let me think. I saw this morning on Facebook that Hannah Lynn is releasing 2 more of her pictures on her own, on her own label, website. What would you call it? Her own business, her own diamond painting business that she set up for herself for her own paintings. And I've got to say, one of them is really good. She's like a disco girl. So many colours. And I already wanted that Chinese New Year one from her, and I was like, because she doesn't guarantee the taxes are paid, which means that they'll ask for them at the, when they deliver the package. The delivery company will ask us to pay the taxes, which is fine, apart from the fact they slam on a big pile of admin fees, which are often more than the taxes. So I was like, oh, when I do that, I think I'll buy 2 paintings, and then at least that admin fee gets split over the 2, if that makes sense. So I might get those. Not right now, not straight away. I need to. I've already been naughty. Like last time on Pebbles. Yeah, my last WiP Chat, I was saying about how awkward I felt. 3072. Not awkward, uncomfortable. How uncomfortable I felt because I bought a load of diamond paintings, and it's for my birthday and stuff. And I was rushing to beat the tariffs that just never really kicked in, or at least not yet. And I figured out what the problem was because I was feeling really uncomfortable about it. I don't usually. I got 6 paintings, and that is like way more. And even that was spread out over 2 months. But it was that I don't usually buy at that speed. It's more, it's more spread out, and that was the problem. Wow, I've made a mistake again. What have I done now? So, there must be something in the square that's throwing me off. So I've just done that one. Oh, let's do this, and I'll go back. It's the colour I just did. 1, 2. See, that is not meant to be there. I think. just that. Is that one I just put in? No, I don't think that's meant to be there. So why have I done through? Oh, that's that one gone. Why am I making such a mess of things? Done that, done that, done that. These new. Right. I can't even tell if that is the one I've done or not, so I'm just taking it off. I think I'm just going to put them in there. They need to. I can't. I can't. I can't. I just my brain cannot deal. So I've done those three. Oh no, do that. Do three. Right, that looks right. So we'll stick that in there. But yeah, so I was feeling really, really uncomfortable about it. And even though my logic was saying that, you know, later in the year I'll be making less purchases, probably, maybe. Who knows at the way I'm going. Right, and now I need to do that one. Okay. And I figured out what the problem was, like psychologically, because I could get some free diamond paintings with my loyalty points, and I didn't even want to spend those. And I figured out what the problem was, and the problem was is at the time I'd been really, really busy, and I hadn't had time to diamond paint. So I think just having this influx of diamond paintings, but I wasn't even working on one. I think that's what caused the problem. Anyway, I got time back in my life to actually do some quality diamond painting. In fact, like the first weekend, I could do it. I was just like, I diamond painted for several hours on both Saturday and Sunday, which is unusual for me. And I felt a lot better. So much better that I did actually make another purchase for the Diamond Art Club anniversary. I didn't buy any of their special kits, but it was just like their discount was like one of the best discounts they do all year, apart from like Black Friday. So instead of using my points, I actually spent money. I'm an idiot. I'm at least I'm not diamond yet, so but I'm getting close now. I was just like, oh, 3747. Wasn't that the one I just did? No, that's 3072. I've done 3747. Yeah, so that's a double up of symbols. So P3747. 3747. No wonder it gets confusing. But it's only two. It's where I've had to put in a replacement colour for a DMC that doesn't exist in diamond drills. So we'll just replace those. That goes in there, and that goes in there. But yeah, so after wibbling about how uncomfortable I felt, I did actually buy two more. Admittedly, in my defence, the only reason it was two is because I had to hit free shipping, so I bought a small one for their sale, which I wanted. 3761, and the one I bought was one that's like kind of for my other half. It's got a critter on it that's like he has a bit of a thing about both bees and turtles. So I saw this canvas and it sold out the first time I saw it. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I thought it came back into stock, and sometimes, and it was there, and I was like, do I? Because you know, sometimes you have to buy canvases from Diamond Art Club when they come back into stock, rather than wait for when it's convenient, because they come in so randomly that. Right, I was going to go back and fix that other one, wasn't I? They come in so randomly, and then they sell out again so quickly that Like if you just waited for when it's convenient to buy, yeah, I've got one stuck up there, then you'd never get it because the diamonds would never coincide. I bet that was, yeah, that was that 3747 again. Right, let's fix this mistake. So it's like one of those that I had to buy, because if I didn't, a bit like when I had to buy my Margaret Morales one, if I didn't buy it when it came back in stock. Now I do see that it's still in stock, the one I bought, but you never know that until afterwards. Right, so that and that. Right, and I think it was just those two. Space there, space there, space there. Okay. But fortunately, Hannah Lynn is another one of these ones of, you know, sort of made to order type things. So it's not, you don't have that same fear of missing out. So I do intend to get the Hannah Lynn ones, 948, 948. But, well, it's peach. What have we got? It's either the sunny or the dragon. I don't think we've got peach dragon, so it might be sunshine. We'll see. So yeah, I've got my eye on these two, but not yet, not yet. Though I am still quite antsy about tariffs, so we'll see. Because even though the tariffs have not impacted the way we expected, you know, we feared, it's still looming. Like they haven't actually agreed. When did they get it? I think they're till July, isn't it? And then it's all going to start all over again. If they haven't hammered out a deal by July, then we'll go all through what we went through in like April, May, which I'm not looking forward to, because then I'll get the whole angst. That's why I bought 6 diamond paintings last time, for this fear of beating the tariffs. It's just like, and I don't know why, because I've got plenty of diamond paintings to keep me quiet. 959, 959. 959. Come on. But yeah, it's that twitchiness, isn't it? Of the unknown. Like if it was all definite, you can plan around it properly. But when it's not, you're left like it's down to your imagination, isn't it, about how bad something can be. And unfortunately, I have a very vivid imagination, so it's just like I might never be able to get a diamond painting again, at least from America. Fortunately, I can still get from Diamond Art Studio. I became an affiliate for them the other day. I don't know if I know a few of you are aware of it, either because you've got a channel or because you follow the channels that do. But yeah, I got an affiliate code for Diamond Art Studio, so that's nice. It feels good. It's a 10% discount. I mean, I do get a small kickback from it, but it's, you know, I won't be retiring on that, so it's like it's a small kickback. The main thing is the discount for the people. For the people, listen to me. But it's nice to be able to offer something back for my viewers, because I've never really had any kind of discount things before. I'm sure I probably could get them if I contacted some of the diamond painting companies, especially the smaller ones. Maybe I could get a discount code for. But I'm quite intimidated by that. I don't know why. I have this vision that I'm gonna like. Can I have an affiliate code for you? And can I get a discount for my viewers? And they'll be like, no, you're not important enough. You're nobody. Go away. Even though they wouldn't do that, because for a start they'd be more polite about it. But you know, it's back to that imagination. I always assume people would just turn me down and laugh, not laugh, but they're just like, yeah, no, yeah, no. Come back when you're grown up, and we'll think about it. I don't know. That's the confidence thing, isn't it? Where you just assume, like, you assume you're not worth it and your channel's not worth it, and also that people even think that way. because you think you're not worth it. You're thinking that other people won't think you're not worth it. God, does that make sense? When in fact they're not thinking that at all. It's not even crossed their mind. Brains, they do funny things to us sometimes. The fear of being turned down. I don't know if that's also a British thing as well, because we're not very good at. I mean, we're good at complaining, but we're good at complaining to like each other. Like if something goes wrong in a restaurant, like chances are we're not going to say anything to the restaurant, but we will moan about it to each other, and we come out and we'll tell all our friends how terrible it was, and we'll never go there again out of protest because it was that terrible. And yeah, but we'd never tell them. We never. I don't know. Maybe it's that confrontation thing. I don't know. But we're not very good at directing. 996. I've got an AB for that. Yeah, because that's what's up here. Let's do 996. Yeah, we love to moan, just not moan at the right people. Right, let me do. What am I going to do here? This is where I find out this is all wrong. No, so far so good. That can go there. What else? What else? Diamond painting. Talking of the Diamond Art Club, that also at the moment is they've got one of these mystery boxes going on, which, not gonna lie, I am tempted to do. I've not done a proper mystery box before, but I've done ones where they've done like the sale type mystery boxes. These ones have new paintings that have not been released. 2 new paintings and then 1 old one for a heavily discounted price. But when I've done the other ones, I've not done many because I'm a bit fussy and I know what I'm like. It's quite a lot. It's a great deal if you get something you like. But if you don't, then it's a bummer. And then you have to think about destashing. And I'm very lazy, so I'm not going to bother destashing something. It'll just sit there and not done. I'll end up giving it away or something. But to be fair, I've always the times I've done it, I've had one where, well, one time was that was my first. That we'll talk about karma. My first order from Diamond Art Club, and I procrastinate wildly about what I'm going to buy. This only needs one. 964. 964. 964. 964. And so I'd been looking at paintings. Look at that! I actually managed to just pour out the one. And I'd been looking at paintings, and it'd been sitting in my cart. I'd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'd not pulled the trigger on it. I'd not purchased because it was scary. I don't know why. I have this thing about hitting buy buttons and a nightmare with plane tickets. Oh, just 809. Even though I've never made a mistake, like I still get terrified on pressing that button. I only needed one for that one though. I didn't manage to pull out one. But anyway, so it'd been sitting in my cart for a couple of days, and I went to look at it because I looked at it daily for some reason. As like, is today the day I'm actually going to buy? And an extra painting had popped into my cart that was free. I'm like, wait, what? And obviously, I didn't have access to the VIP group because I'd never bought before. 3811. So yeah, it was an offer, and it was like make a purchase and you got a free diamond painting. I'm like, all right. And I got some giant, what's the name of her? Cheryl Baker painting. It was really big, really big Halloween one. It's really nice. I mean, I probably wouldn't have bought it myself. It's one of those ones that's like you look at it and it's quite nice, but like there are other things that you look at that are quite nice, and like decisions have to be made. So I I probably, in truth, I wouldn't have bought it because there were things I wanted more. 341, and yet I got it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with it. It was a happy, and it was one of them rare things that I genuinely got it for free because I was making that order anyway, and they automatically added it to my basket. So I'll give props to that because I could have easily just hit the buy button without looking at the home page, and they didn't. They just added it anyway to my basket. I was like, all right, if you insist. So that was my first one, and I had a really good. So I had a good experience from that. And then one other time, they had a sort of, what was it? I think it was one of their ones, their mystery boxes. That's where it's clearing old stock, and I thought, 3325. So I was like, shall I chance it? I was like, do you know what? Yeah, because I was flush at the time, and so I ordered that, and I got a mystery kit from, I can't remember his name. That's got a hole in it. Mystery. It's a landscape mystery, and I don't know. I can't remember the name of Rudy. Maybe Rudy someone. It was an unknown to me name, but it was a mystery, and it's like, wow, okay, that's got a hole in it there. Is that the colour I'm doing? It is not, but it is this colour that's next to it, so I can pull that out. I'll do that colour next. Where did it go? Did it go in the pot? Must have done. Yeah, that's going to confuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So I haven't looked it up because that's another thing. I don't think I would ever buy a mystery kit like a proper, like a proper mystery kit. It's a blank canvas type thing with the symbols on. It's a bit like doing a conversion, except it's a mystery, so you don't know what you're getting. And where did I just put that there? And I would be I'm too scared to take that chance because you pay a decent wedge of cash, and I might not like the picture. So that was good. And then I also got some other little. Oh, I don't know what it is. Chip and potato. I don't even. I think it's a Netflix cartoon. I've never seen it. Absolutely never seen it. I'm like, who? No idea who it was. But that was only a small one, and I was like, do you know what? I can either destash it one day far into the future when I can be bothered, or I can do it and give it to a kid or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't that big a deal because the big canvas, the mystery one alone was worth more than the price. Because to be fair, the mystery kits are really good value, but obviously it's only good value if you like the paintings, and quite often they have a lot of superhero ones in it. Though this last one, they had a lot of Disney ones in it. And to be fair, if I hadn't just made a Disney purchase, I probably would have chanced my arm with that. But I had just bought a couple of Disney canvases from because it was all going to be from the sale section, obviously. And I was like, oh, I've just bought from there. I bet it would be just my luck to get a duplicate of the one I just bought. So I didn't. But now they've got a proper mystery box. It's supposed to last all week. We'll see. I said it only went up yesterday. And I was squeezing too hard. Only went up yesterday, and they was like, "Oh, we were surprised by how popular it is, and we've already run out of the ones that we planned to include in it." And it's like, how can you be surprised that you run out? You have this crazy FOMO atmosphere that people go wild for these boxes. Like there was people, because you're not limited. Like what they should have done, if they really wanted it to last a week, was just limit how many people could buy. But you can buy more than one. So people were like, "Oh yeah, I've got numbers 1, 5, and 7." And it's just like, wow, these are $130 purchases per box. So they've just dropped because you can't discount it with reward points or anything like that, because it's already a discount. So they just dropped $400 in the blink of an eye, and I'm just like, wow. I'm wrestling over whether I should buy one. We'll see. Maybe at the end. I've noticed. I probably shouldn't say this. This is my tactic with these, because both times. Oh, there's the door again. Oh my God, there was my front door again. It's just like, why can't people deliver all their packages all at once? Never mind. Right, what was I talking about? I was talking that my secret tactic, and I don't know if it's a tactic or just luck, but both times I've waited with the offer until the last moment if I can, and I kind of let fate decide. I'll make a decision at this point in the offer, and if the offer runs out, they run out of goods, which is what happened on the last mystery box, like the bargain box with the Disney ones I was talking about. I was like, do you know what? If it's still there on Saturday, this was about Tuesday. If it's still going on Saturday, then I'll take that as a sign. Anyway, it obviously wasn't, so that solved that problem. But what happens is everybody always posts in the group when their thing turns up, and they're like, I'm so disappointed. It's awful. I would never buy this. Never again. I swear, I'm pretty sure they do though. Just like, I'll never buy a mystery box again. They're just so disappointing. And then and then that's the first ones that come through. And then like 4 or 5 days later, the people who ordered later have like good paintings or better paintings in there. And I'm pretty sure, because this is what I would do. This is what I do. I always think, if I had a business, how would I do it? If I wanted to get rid of stock, I would get rid of the stock that I have the most of, right? Because that's the whole purpose of it. So if you've got 100 diamond paintings that aren't selling very well, and you've got 20 diamond paintings that aren't selling very well, then the first packages you do are all going to have this one that isn't selling very well. And there's quite probably a reason why it's not selling very well. It's like not a very popular, somebody will like it, but in general, it's like not a well-liked theme, perhaps, or style. So all the worst ones go out first. That is my theory. And then they get rid of all the ones they really hated, and it's just like, right, now we can move to these ones that are not quite as popular, but are still quite popular. And I think that's so. I always wait it out, and like if the mystery runs out, if their offer runs out, then that's it. That's karma, isn't it? No, make sure you're doing it in the right place. So this is 1, 2, 3. Yes, I nearly did it wrong. And stop pressing so hard. I think it's because the camera's here, and I'm not sitting over as close to the painting that I usually would. So I'm going to stretch a bit. That's all. 1, 2, 3. And I think I did that both times last time. So it could have just been coincidence, a happy coincidence, that I got paintings that I would consider good, versus the people who are always straight on the forums, like, their VIP group, saying how awful it is. Right, and no, that's right. Okay, that's something that's not right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, I need to do one more. That's why I've ticked that off, and it confused me. Right, okay. So yeah, I will debate if it is still going this time. No, if it's still going by Sunday or Monday, perhaps. Because it started on the Wednesday, and they said it was gonna go for a week. I don't think it will go for a week. So if I wait till Monday, if it's still going after 5 days, I'll be impressed. And we'll see what we've got. Right, let's do one more colour and then I'm going to rest my phone for a short time just to let it cool down a bit. We're going to do this colour because it's quite a big colour, 519, and then that will just leave one colour, two colours. The ones down here are going to be ABs, and then all this is going to be a straight fill, so it should be, it's going to be, oh, I need more than that. I need quite a few of these. Let's do this one first of all, because that's the one I pulled out with the hole in. Okay, so let's do this. So yeah, that's so those are the diamond paintings on my horizon-ish. The only other ones that are on my horizon is, I saw Oroloa sent an email and they had like some new stock in, not a stocking. They don't have stockings, but there was one, there was like they got some minis and there was like little kawaii girl ones. I was like, oh, they're so cute. Anyway, I made the mistake of actually going to the website to look at it. Holy hell, we went hounded. So I looked at them and left, and then they sent me an email because obviously I'm registered and I must have followed, because I followed the link. I'm on their newsletter, so because I followed the link, they must have known it was me. And okay, so that's not right. 2, 3. So that should be there, but there should be something here. I've ticked something off when I shouldn't have. And there. And so they knew it was me. So they sent me an email saying, don't forget, which is fair enough, don't forget you looked at this. But then they sent, like 2 hours later, they went, don't forget, you've got this, his special offer. And there was no special offer. But it meant like 2 hours after that or something, they sent me a third email saying, oh, we forgot to tell you what the offer was. Here's the offer. And it gave me a discount code. All this is wrong. Right, right, I'll come back to that. So and then they sent me another email that, so it's like 4 emails saying, oh, don't forget your discount's about to expire by midnight. And it's just like, wow, just for looking at the page. Like, I don't mind one nudge, but literally like 4 emails chasing me just for looking at these kawaii girls. Like, I was thinking about buying, but ish. Not straight away, but it was on my radar. But it's just like, don't harass me for it, because you just put me off you. Right. So this needs to move down. So I've done all these wrong. This is probably why the numbers, like that one, wasn't working out. I thought I'd done the one before wrong. So that's 3. And this needs to go down. Today is a bad day. Do you get that when you're diamond painting? I have good days and bad days where I just make so many mistakes. Then that one goes down. Don't understand. Right, 1, 2, 1 there, 1 there. Right, that's where the mistake happened. It's these 2. I've done that as a 3, and this is the 3. And then that's going to be 2. 1, 2. One on here. 1, 2, 2, 3. Right, that I've missed out, and that I've missed out. So those 2. All right. No, what have I done there? Okay, I do know what I've done. I just, for some reason, this indent just threw me off, and then I was adding 3, and then but yeah, But I figured it out, and those are the two I've missed out. Whew. But yeah, some days I have good. Sometimes I have good days where I don't make many mistakes, and then there's days like today where everything is a mistake. But yeah, don't haunt me, Oriloa. Don't hound me. If I'm interested in your product, I will come to you. Don't mind a small nudge if I've looked at something, especially if you're going to send me a code. But I do not need 4 or 5 emails just for daring to look at one painting. Dreamer designs are a bit like that. I must admit, I just get a bit annoyed with them as well. Like, they send so many emails, text messages, and it's just like, you know, do I really need to have like 2 or 3 emails or messages a day? Come on, get in there. Do I? And the answer is no. I'm still a little bit salty with Dreamer Designs, to be honest, after that tariff thing, which they've not revoked. Even though, like, oh, I forgot where I was doing that. This is why I get lost, because all these blues look so similar. Let's do these two. I can do these two. Yeah, they're so similar that I lose my place. I've done that one. 2, and those 2, so that. Okay, so that's these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. That you know, they added a price on for their overseas. Was it that one? Which one did I just do? Yeah, this one. For their overseas canvases, which do not go through the United States, so should not be subjected to tariffs. And yet they added tariffs on for overseas, international, you know, purchasers, which made me salty in and of itself, because, you know, that's basically you're getting your international customers to subsidize your US customers, even though this is not our fight. No, that is not the ones I wanted to tick off. I want to tick off those. Let's do these ones now. Oh, this is an accident waiting to happen. So I don't know which ones I ticked off. This one. So yeah, I mean, I feel that's kind of rude. But if they'd have come out and said, "Look, I know it's not ideal. It's not ideal for anybody, but we're doing what's best for us to keep us in business." Like, I would have understood that far more, and I wouldn't like to pay more, but at least I understand their business. You know, like, you got to do what you need to do to survive, sort of thing. Because it's not like people aren't sympathetic right now with small businesses, but that's not what they said. They just said, "Oh, it's more expensive. Shipping prices are going up to send shipping, and so we're having. So that's what that price is. That, even though it says it's for tariffs, which I'm not even sure if that's legal to say that you're charging a tax when it is not a tax. Surely that you can't. Otherwise, businesses would be adding on tax left, right, and centre to cover up the fact that they're not actually taxing; they're just making a profit. But anyway, that aside, yeah. So it's like, but if it was for shipping, then why didn't you add on a shipping price or not offer free shipping? There are so many things they could just not offer free shipping, but that's not what they did. And I feel like that was an excuse they found after the fact when people complained that they was, you know, charging people extra that don't live in the United States. They're giving us the tariffs. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think people would notice. I have no idea. But yeah. So I haven't. I got loyalty points still to spend with Dreamer Designs, and I haven't. I have no desire to spend them right now. It's left a little bit of a bad taste. I don't mind. Well, I do mind paying extra, obviously, but if it's for good reasons, then I understand it. But I don't like it when I feel like somebody's trying to slip something past me and then feed me a line, because that's what it felt like. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was just they handled it badly. But either way, yeah, I'm a bit salty with Dreamer Design still, so I have to do something because my points will expire soon, and I'm not going to lose my points on principle. You know, it's just like I earned that free diamond painting. But yeah, a bit ranty today. Right, 4 there. Take those off. No, I need 4. I need more than 4. I need 5. This is why things go wrong. Because apparently I cannot count. 5. 1 there. And that should leave 3, yes. So we're still good. We're all right. We're doing okay at the moment. I've not messed up for at least 5 seconds. Those off. And I did not tick off those. Let's tick these off and see what we've got. Right, so that leaves in here. 1, 2, 3. 1. So that shouldn't be there. That should be up there. So that was 1 out of space. What am I like? So what else? Is that all the diamond painting news? Yeah, with other companies. For me, I was quite surprised if you would have seen it, most of you, because like the people who watch my cross stitch conversions tend to be regulars. I don't get many drive-bys. You're like, if I've got community, it's like it's you guys. You guys who watch this, you're the special people. Special in a good way. Just not special in a bad way. Special in a good way. You're special people. And that's why I quite like having these chats. This is where I talk about things I'm going to do. So I was quite happy to see that well, that it was quite well received, the video I did with my logbook. Actually, I wasn't expecting much from that video, to be honest, but it got quite a lot of watch time. Not a huge amount of views, but that's to be expected because it's not the norm. But it did get the watch time, so the people who did watch it watched it for a while. So I was quite happy with that because like I say, I really wasn't expecting much. So I've already got another sort of non-normal video planned now. What's going wrong here? Here's my corner. 1, 2, space here. Did I just put that one in? I think I did. Okay. There. Okay. No, that was not right. It's supposed to be 2. And that was a space. Do you know what? Whatever. The blues are so. I don't often say whatever, but the blues are so close here that I can't actually tell them apart. And if I can't tell them apart while I'm looking for it, I'm certainly going to not be able to notice any difference if I'm not looking for it. So yeah, I've got a little project planned for an off the canvas project with leftover drills. So it's not a cross stitch conversion or anything like that. It's something special. I've actually already recorded it, but I've got to edit it, so we'll see how long that takes. But yeah, so I've got that's quite exciting. And all right, let's get this one. So this is, let's do the, yeah, I know I was going to rest, wasn't I? I was going to rest my phone because it was overheating. 775. Let's get it all out and ready. 775. Yeah, so I've got that one ready to edit and I'll get that uploaded. I don't know, after this. This one takes priority, and then I've mentioned my year in review, which I'm going to be filming soon, but not too soon because it's July the 4th, isn't it? It's in the States, a big holiday. So I think I'll wait until after the 4th of July, just because, like, I know people have lives, and well, some people have lives. Some people don't want lives. Some people just want to just like have nothing to do with other people, which, you know, I can relate. And but I'll wait until after the 4th of July, just in case people are busy doing stuff. And I was thinking, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I was thinking of doing it as a premiere. You think that's something that's interesting? I get so paranoid about this because I think nobody's going to turn up. It'll just be me, nobby no mates, talking to myself. But yeah, I thought I'd do my half year in review as a premiere. So let me know. You can let me know with a thumbs up. See what I did there. But yeah, no, let me know in the comments whether, you know, if I did it, I'd probably do it about 9 p.m. UK, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. That would be 1 p.m. Pacific, summertime. So that would be the time I'd do it. And I don't know whether it would be better to do that as a weekday or a weekend. Like I say, not the 4th of July, but maybe the weekend after or the weekdays after. Anyway, I'm wibbling. Let me know if that sounds good. And you're not committed, don't worry. If you don't turn up, you don't turn up. It's fine. So right, I am going to give my phone a little rest because it is hot, and I'll be back in a minute, and 15 minutes, and we'll do the ABs, and then everything else. All of this is all one color. Seriously, wow. It's just so yeah, I'll knock that out in no time. Right, be right back. All right, let's see how we go. Hopefully it's cooled down. I didn't even think about it as well, but my tablet that I've got Patternkeeper on, that was getting a little bit warm as well. So it's a good job I did take a break. Just because it's a lot better if they get to cool down before they before they have an internal meltdown. Because then you have to really leave them to cool down. Right, let's do that. These are all going to be ABs. It's not many. They're like a kind of really pale blue. And then here. Where was I? What was I talking about? Do you know, I can't remember. In shock news, I can't remember. It was 15 minutes ago. Can't expect me to remember things. Get in there. Oh, sorry if you can hear the kids are out in the playground. They've got some sort of lesson going on, and it's with the little kids because I think they range from like 5 or 6 through to 11, and this is like with the littler ones, and they're playing music for them, like Stuff of Nightmares. So it's like kiddie songs, but it gets repeated over and over and over. Hopefully you won't have to pick that up. If you imagine like Baby Shark level of of trauma. I have that 1, 2, 3. So I'm missing one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not missing one. I've just not done it. Right. So that is that ticked off. Those ticked off. I know I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about the year in review premiere, wasn't I? Diamond painting channel stuff. Right, 775. Let's put these away and we'll go at our one colour. Yep, one colour for the lot. 3766. 3766. Oh, hopefully I've got enough in there. I've got half a pot. Yes. I do need quite a lot of them. Well, let's save some in there. And crafty stuff. So I've been talking about my off the canvas project for leftover drills. How am I going to do this? Right. I didn't fix that. Let's fix that. That was before I start this one, that was the bracket thing, which was 3325. 3325. 3325. I need 2 of those. Let's just do that. Do that before I get stuck in, and then I don't have to think. I can just place without even looking. Though I guess that doesn't matter if Patternkeeper did break down my tablet. I'll turn over. See, this is why I always pour several into a tray usually, because they just look. There we go. Get in there. But now I know what colour I wanted. It doesn't actually matter. 6. So I've been looking. Maybe you can tell. Every now and again, I get this urge to go down a new rabbit hole, and I've toyed with doing cross stitch because I have cross stitch patterns now, and I still might, to be honest, because I think I've tried it once before, but it was years and years. It was like literally 20 years ago. So I'm a different person now, and I feel I've got more patience for that kind of thing. So I might give cross stitch a go again, but that's not the rabbit hole I was thinking of going down. And I don't. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I've ticked off the wrong line. I'm going to do this one. And I don't really understand why this is suddenly. I think I saw it on Arietta's channel, the Crafty Witch. Now, it was several weeks ago now, but it's kind of stuck with me. And it was like, there's something wrong with that. Has that got a round back? It doesn't. Maybe it's just a fat drill. Maybe it's just an illusion. Sometimes you get illusions with the facets reflect off, and it makes one drill look bigger than. Oh, here we go. Makes a drill look bigger than the ones next to it, and then you run your hands over it, and it's really not. It's just imagination. And that's got a tab on it. Get rid of that. But yeah, so Arietta is the crafty witch, and she does diamond paintings. I think she does colouring as well. I definitely knew her before diamond painting, I'm sure. But hers is more a sort of mishmash channel. If you've not seen her channel, of different craft things, and she'll do them all, and it's quite nice. She has a very soothing voice. I like Arietta, and she had what they call them, latch hook kit. You know, like where you put it's like almost like a crochet hook, and you put it through the hole, and you create a knot, and it gives you a little tuft, and you create pictures and like mats and rugs and stuff like that. And for some reason, I have this urge. I have the urge. Someone hold me back. I have the urge to try a latch hook kit, and I don't know why. That's weird. I genuinely don't know why. I'm not sure if it is something I would like, but I might like it. Do you know what I mean? And so I keep looking because AliExpress have got a sale on at the moment. It's just started this week, and it's one of their better sales of the year. If you save up your shopping, so like AliExpress have frequent sales, but some are better than others. Their best sale of the year is not Black Friday, but it's 11/11, which is like the Chinese equivalent of their Black Friday. So that's the best sale of the year. And then they do have a really good one for Black Friday, but 11/11 is the one that's really good. But this is nearly as good. It's their summer sale, and it's one of their better sales. I bought some colouring stuff from it already because like it was too cheap not to. Sometimes because they'll knock the prices off of everything, but then they'll add coupons. So I had to spend £29, and I got £4 off, which seems quite a chunky. It's like that's nearly a 15% discount on already discounted prices. So I was like, yeah, I'll have that. So, but now I'm like, oh, like it, I could get like a cheapy latch hook kit from AliExpress, and then if I what's wrong with me? And then if I don't like it, doesn't really matter because it's like a cheap and cheerful. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say it's a throwaway because that's not true, and it's like AliExpress can have good quality things. But I probably wouldn't buy a good quality one. I'd buy the cheapest one I could find that looks beginner friendly. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, shall I or shan't I? I don't know. Tell me. Tell me if you've done latch hook. I know some of you do more than one craft. Let me know if latch hook is one of them and what you think of it. I don't know. I don't know where this fixation has come from. The other one, again on Arietta's that I've seen, is she did, this is a month or two back, like how do you say it? Clozoin? It's that thing where like you do like a wire, it's like a wire image thing, and then you kind of, I think it's something, I'm not sure if it's resin, it's something like resin, and you fill in the colours. So it's like a little picture, and it's like a little enamel thing. Yeah, so maybe it's not resin. It's either coloured resin or it's like a sort of liquid enamel, and then obviously it sets and it goes hard, and it's all like little sections, almost like a sort of stained glassy type thing, but solid. She had one of those kits. It's really cool. She gets all these. She gets quite unusual things to try, which is bad news for me because then I like unusual. So that's the other thing I might try. But I don't know if they have them on AliExpress. But they definitely have the latch hook one. I was like, I've got that's another one. I've got a week to make up my mind before the sale ends. Might buy a cheapy one, like 10 quid, you know. And then that way it doesn't matter if it's rubbish, or if I'm rubbish, or if I pick it up and I do it once and then it just sits in a cupboard unloved for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter because it wasn't that much money. Um, but yeah, let me know if you've ever done those, or if you have another craft. If you you know doing more than diamond painting, let me know what other crafts you are into. Up till now, it's only been mine has only been adult colouring, which I do on and off. So, right now is an on thing. When I was saying that delivery from Amazon, that was a colouring book, and I've like I say, I've already bought from AliExpress sale. I've bought some markers because their markers and stuff are pretty cheap because they're all made there in the first place, most of them. So yeah, you get good deals when it's that. But there was something else. What was the other thing I was going to try? Because apparently oh yeah, I've mentioned this before. I keep toying with the idea of resin, like doing some resin trays and things like that. I don't know. I don't know. I think about a lot of things that I never actually do. I said earlier in the video, I'm a procrastinator, and yeah, I look at several different crafts on a regular basis, but I never make that final jump. And also because I'm scared that if I do, that I'll like it so much, then I'll be just like, oh, there's got to buy more, got to buy more, and then it's another, like I say, it's a rabbit hole, isn't it? It's a little warren, and you go down, and it's just like, oh, where's it leading me? What am I doing? Oh, that's got a knobble on it. And look, we're racing through this. Racing. I don't do anything at racing speed. But let's fill in some of these gaps, I think. I'm a bit bored. I do see. I even get even a little space like this. I do kind of get bored with color blocking. Perhaps I should do the old checkerboard. Since I know it's all solid here, I'm gonna do a little bit of checkerboarding. I don't. I know people do this to like keep their drill straight because I single place anyway with tweezers. That's not really an issue, but it's a way. It's a little pattern. Sometimes I do little like because I have no life. I'll be doing this, and then like next thing I know, I've like I'm doing a little heart. I do this if I have to do colour blocking. That drill is wonky. I'll go up there. 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 And look at that. I've got a little heart. Oh, I'm so easily amused. But hey, whatever works. If it gets me through that colour blocking, then I'm all for it. Something has to get me through it. I'm slow enough as it is. If I didn't find a way to, I don't want these drills off. I can feel them like they're going off. I don't want a line where my the edge has gone in there. I have to go through with a straightener afterwards. See if I can do that. I'm kind of weird. Like, yes, I use a straightener, but I've also been known to, if something looks too straight, I'll stick the straightener in and I'll have a little wiggle to like unstraighten them. I don't know. What am I like? Just, I know it. I'm not normal. I know it. Got tab on, yes. Oh no, I can smell my phone again. You know when you can smell it getting warm. Let's hope it doesn't conk out. You just have to last 15 minutes. That's not much to ask, is it? I do have the fan on. I don't know if you can hear the fan. Also, if I sound different, I'm trying out this a mic. I actually, like, I'd love to say I bought this mic especially to try it, because I've been getting some funny sound issues from my phone. I don't know if it's something's happened with a software update, but like my phone has been sounding a bit echoey, and I don't know why. And I've noticed it for the last few videos. And I thought, oh, first of all, I thought, oh, it's just where I've got the phone positioned, and I've maybe just sat at a funny angle or something. But it's not. It's stuck around, and then occasionally I'll be talking, and then in the middle of a sentence it'll go really loud like this, and then it'll go back to normal. But I've not, I've just been talking normal. So it's got to be a software thing. So I do have this mic, which, you know, they're only cheapy, one of these lapel mics, and like you have one on your lapel, and then you plug the other end into your phone, and it works as a sort of a Bluetooth thing. So hopefully it all sounds all right. If it doesn't, then this is the moment I'm editing and screaming that I've had to do a voiceover for everything. If it's awful, but I'm hoping at least, even if it sounds different, that it won't sound echoey and hollow. It was weird. That's got a tab on it as well. So yeah, we'll try that out. See how I get on. I've had this mic for like ages. I got it for when I went to a Final Fantasy 14 convention, which was like not last autumn, the autumn before. And I had this idea that has got a fat bottom, and that is not the colour I'm doing. Let's put that there, and if I do around it, then I'll know the space that I need to go back to at the end. It's around here, around here, here, get in there. Oh, stop sticking when you're not supposed to stick. And we'll here. Right, so, oh, yeah, this is definitely an angle thing. It was pinging the other day when I was doing it. And do you know what? I can't remember what day it was. One of them I did, and then I worked on it part of it off camera, and I had no pinging drills. So it is obviously just like I can't get. I'm a bit more arm's length. Like this canvas would be slightly closer to me, and that affects how I hold my drills, how I hold my tweezers and everything. So I definitely get, I don't know, I grip harder, I think. Right, that's got a tab on it. I think if I remember rightly, these are some of the, I bought some drills before I bought from Evermoment, and they are resin, but they was like from a smaller company. They came in little pots as opposed to big bags. So I think, if I remember rightly, because I started in the sky up in that corner, if you remember, and so I was too impatient to wait to figure out how big to do my big order. So I just ordered some. I looked what was appearing up in the corner, and I went, right, I'll just order small pots of like a bunch of drills. And I do remember they seem to be a little bit more tabby. Not that Evermoment's drills are perfect; they have their own amount of trash, but these ones seem particularly tabby. Right, do this. I can't remember what I was talking about. I think I was getting excited about spending money on hobbies that I might not. I need to finish tidying up. I've got this plan for all my diamond paintings. I've got a shelf unit. I must remember not to fill that one in because that was not that drill. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some out the boxes as well, because those boxes don't have to take up a lot of room. So I think if I'm absolutely positively sure I'm going to do it, which to be fair is most of them, I might take them out of the boxes to save some space. I think I'll keep my new Diamond Art Club ones in the box because they've got that pretty picture on the outside. And if I think there's any chance, I might destash it because I'm just like, yeah, I quite like it. There are things that I quite like, but every time I look to do them, there's something I like more. It's not that I don't like them. There's always something I like more. So I'll have a look at that, maybe. But when I do that, that's when I'm going to do my stash video, which I really should do. Let's get the half year review out the way, shall we? And those are two together. We'll see how the premiere goes as well. Because if the premiere goes well, then that's what I'll do for the stash video. I don't feel like I'm going to do a premiere all the time. Like that's not going to happen. But I feel like for special occasion, oh, that's why that's got all stuff around it. That's got tabs. Oh God. I feel like special occasion videos, like a stash video or a review video, year in the year, stuff. We'll see. I have all these ideas and things to think about, never action. The mind is willing, but the rest of me goes, oh, I can't be bothered. No, don't fill that one in. That's the one. No, I'm going to just place that drill there in the hole upside there so that will help me remember not to try and put a drill in there. See how it works. Be like, why is that there? Ooh. Right, is there anything else I can think of? Well, there's plenty of things I can think of, but most of it is gibberish. Welcome to my world. But if I can think of something sensible to say, look, another one with lips. Stop that. Because I don't want to have to. Right, let's pour all these. Those are all the drills I've got for that one. Because remember, that's another thing on my list that I've got to do. The re-kit up the, top ups of this. Hopefully, I've got enough to do this. Surely I have. I don't know, actually. Look, it's starting to look like if there's a lot of trash, I might not have enough drills. We'll see. If so, I'm just going to leave a hole and then I'll come back and we'll do the kit, the top up, kit up, whatever up. And then I'll come back and finish it another day. I'm okay with that. As long as I don't mind leaving a little hole in the to fill in afterwards. As long as it's only like a few, it's not a big deal. It can wait. It can last a week before it gets like plug gaps. Right. That's got some tabs on it. Any more I can see? None there. You can find them all at once. And there. Yeah, these are definitely the rubbish drills. No, not rubbish. They are really nice drills, apart from the trash. Right, let's see how that goes. Hopefully we can get these. Oh, there's another one. We can get this section done. Oh my god, they've started the music again. Maybe it's the next class. They've come along. I don't know. They're all playing. They're all running around in a circle, so it feels like it's a sort of. It's obviously a game that they're playing. I don't know if it's like musical chairs, but the song drives me insane because they play it all the time, and you know one class goes in and the next class comes out and they're playing it, so I'm the only one that gets just like the full dose of the over and over Baby Shark level kind of annoying. I'll go to the shop later and I'll be humming it. And it's like, oh, even when they're not playing it, I'm still hearing it. Get the earworm. And then tomorrow we'll do it all again. That's got a tab on it. My God. I'm surprised they're not melting. I mean, their little playground thing where they're at is in the shade, so that is one thing. I can't afford to. Let me see if I can find that. I can't afford to let. Where'd it go? Oh no, I can't afford to lose the blue ones. Oh, where was I going there? That's, one of them's got something on it. Isn't that one? No, that one. No, it's just oh, it's just something on the canvas. I can see a little white thing, but it's just a little white, probably a bit of paper or something like that, where I've cut up the cover paper. Oh, so this weekend, all plans are out the window. Not that I had much planned, but yeah, I'm not going to do any DIY. It would have been a DIY related thing. I've still got to paint the balcony, but I'm not doing that in 33-degree weather. It's just like I've been punished. I snacked. I'm like, it's fine. It's not going to be that hot yet. But suddenly it is that hot, and I'm not because if you remember, I'm going to paint the walls white to help reflect the heat. That was the point. And now that's got a tab on it. Now that's got a tab on it. Jeez, really? And yeah, so I'm too late. That's got a tab on it. Oh jeez, and that has got a tab on the corner. And that's got a tab on the side. Seriously, really bad drills these. Like there, another one. Like it's so conflicting. The ones that are nice are really nice, but it's like they didn't QA them. I guess it's a way of fudging it, isn't it? Like if it's not part of a painting already, they're not worried about the 20% extra, so you're just buying by the weight, so they don't care so much that the weight is all good. That's my theory anyway. No, it's a very one and done theory because obviously I'm never going to buy from them again. Well, I say that if I had to, I would. They're not that bad. I think it's because I'm at the end of the pot as well. Oh no, they're doing the other song now. Oh look, is that? No, that's the one from the hole. Get in there. And hopefully you can't hear the fan either. We'll see if this newfangled mic does filter out some of the background. We'll find out. Because nobody should have to suffer this tune that's playing now. Has that got something on it? I felt something crunch. Oh, and one other thing I've got planned. Got a kitten up planned. It's a big one. I've not had it. Oh, look. Is this one of mine? Yeah. It's one of the lost ones. It's not got a tab on it. I do have kitting up coming up as well. I'm going to do that next week. It's for like a new project. Like it's going to be a slow burn. It all makes sense though. When you see it, it'll make sense when I say it's a slow burn. It's going to be one in the background, kind of like how I'm doing Dragon's Door, which is a big diamond art club that I'm doing in the background, but it has lots of colour blocking. So I'm just doing that in little bite sizes here and there. And then when it starts getting close to being done, then I'll be like, okay, let's go for it, and I'll whip through the end. This one is one of my big paintings, but there's something I very specifically want to do with it at this time of year. So I want to be ready for that. That's going to be next week. Ready for July. Think about all the events that can happen in July that's related to that. How cryptic can I be? I just make stuff up. You'll get there and you're just like, this is what she was on about? What's the big deal? I do like a kitten up. I've not had a kitten up for months though, because I got kind of bogged down with that pink and black canvas. That so I kitted up ready to, because I was finishing that. I kitted up a square, and then I didn't. Then I didn't. I didn't. I couldn't do that canvas because the drills was such a pain. I'm hoping to pick that up again actually soon. Let's try and work on that a bit more before my year in review, because it was like it wasn't half done. It was nearly half done though. So, and it's quite small. It was a 50 by 50. So I actually spent some time focusing it. It wouldn't take that long to finish by my standards. I could probably get it done within a month. But yeah, because I got so horribly bogged down with that one canvas and my weirdly wired brain, which like I ended up not doing as much diamond painting as I wanted to do because I felt that I should be working on that canvas. And then I'd be like, oh, I can't deal with the drills right now. So instead of working on a different canvas that I've got on the go, I just didn't do any. And then the next day would come and it's like, oh, I should really work on that pink and black one. Oh, the drills are a nightmare. Oh, this no, tomorrow. So yeah, I kitted up the Dreamer Designs one, which I do want to do. I did, and I kitted up a round Diamond Art Club flowers. That was a Yume art one. Oops, sunflower, moonflower. Oh, that's got a fat backside. That's why it popped off. So I have worked on that a bit. There's a lot of colour blocking in that. So once again, I've been picking it up now and again, but that's my round project. So I'm okay with that. When I'm in the mood for a round, then I don't mind tackling the colour blocking. But I've had my square head on for a bit. So yeah. Been working on my square paintings. But that does mean, yeah, I've not had a kitting up for 2 or 3 months, I think. Because I had a little flurry. But yeah, big one coming up. Yay! I like kitting ups. I'm just gonna sort out my spare drills as well. I've ordered the Oh, get off all the boxes for my to do my square drills projects. So I'm virtually ready for that. So I'll do the special drills. We can get that done at least. Feels like I've done something. At the horror show. And the why I was reminded of my spare drills is because yesterday I dekitted Salem. I finished that in, I don't know, February or March. I finished that, and it's been sitting there waiting to be dekitted. And I was just not in the mood because I know my spare drills are like a mess. Even my round acrylics, everything. It's just a box with bags thrown in. So anyway, I did that yesterday, and I was like, oh, it'll only take me 15-20 minutes. Anyway, an hour later, I'm like, I need to sort out these drills just so that I can dekit in a reasonable amount of time. I can do videos then as well, dekitting videos. There wouldn't be very many because I paint so slow, but yeah, it's always nice to have another option for content, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I only did my cross stitch conversion the other day. I can't do another one of them, even though I could. I don't know why I feel that way. When I started this channel, I did cross stitch conversions once a week. Once a week. And here I am, I'm like, oh, I've already done one this month. I did them once a week. There's no reason why that shouldn't be the same. It's probably why the channel, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with me, because I started doing one thing and a lot of people subscribed for that, for the cross stitch. Now I'm just a bit more, you know, more variety of types of diamond paintings and where they're from. So I had the unboxings and the kitting ups and all this sort of stuff. Never knows what to do with me. But I'm in no rush with that. I don't have anything to dekit for a. Oh no, I do. Well, the one I've got to dekit, my bunny rabbit. That'll be, some of that can be dekitted when I do my top ups for this painting. So that'll part dekit that. The reason I dekitted Salem is for this new one I'm going to kit up next week. But yeah, it'd be nice to have another option for content. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so but I'm in no rush, because you know what? This time of year on YouTube, it's always, people have lives. I see people going, oh no, it's so cool. Why are my views down? The algorithm hates me. Sometimes the algorithm hates you. But sometimes it's just summer, right? And people have lives. So they go out more and they do more barbecues, or they go on vacation, and it's just like, it's the way it is. YouTube in general, if your viewership is like Northern Hemisphere for the most part, then summer, you're going to have less views. It's just the way it is. So I don't worry too much. I mean, I do still, it is still annoying. Psychologically, I have been on a bit of a wobble with my channel, because like the last 3 or 4 videos, like if you've got a channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. When I would log on, I would post a video, and then I try not to watch it in the beginning, like what's happening with it, because it's usually a disappointment. But then I'll go in a bit later, and hopefully it's got some views and stuff like that. And my last sort of 3-4 videos, they've all been 10 out of 10s. And if you've had a channel, you know what the 10 out of 10 means, and how it feels, more importantly. So for so many videos on the bounce to just all be 10 out of 10s is quite disheartening. So it's like, it's if you don't have a channel, it's about your best performing videos of in recent months. So your last 10 best performing videos. So if you log in and you've got a 10 out of 10, that means you know you've got 9 other videos that have all performed better at the beginning. And occasionally, sometimes, like a good one will come through, and it's not always. I'm starting to run out of drills here. It's not always. It doesn't always stay 10 out of 10, but it takes a bit. It takes a while to get some traction. But some of them, they just never recover. And I find that especially with my cross stitch conversion ones. I've said a couple of times, like YouTube just sometimes ignores it. Other videos, it's not so bad, but the cross stitch conversion ones, for some reason, it does have a problem pushing them. Like I want at least 100 views for my videos before it dies, and that's not been happening on my last one. At least I don't think it made 100. But so yeah, it's just like I'm having this moment. It's like, oh, my channel's dying, and I'm like, oh no, it's summer. So in the spring and summer, it's like about kind of Easter, post Easter and post Easter, it all starts to tank a bit. And you know, it's not tried and true and tested, and you know, because it's like people, there's ebb and flow of people watching YouTube, but broadly speaking, you can get less views. There's always going to be someone who bucks the trend, but in general, don't be surprised if you have less views during the summer. And then come September, October, it all starts to go wild again. Like as people start to think about, yeah, I'm not going to have enough drills for this. No, that's not what they think. They start thinking about, you know, Thanksgiving and the holidays and Christmas, and you know, having more time at home in nice cozy corner of their home with a diamond painting and YouTube. So yeah, I'm not too worried about my views going down. But you know, just because you try not to think about it doesn't mean that you don't think about it. It's kind of plays on your mind. It's a YouTuber thing. You always act like you don't care, and to a degree, I don't. I've played this game before. I've mentioned it before because I've got another channel that's bigger than this one, and at the time, it was I did play the game. I played the YouTube game. I tried to. I would look to see the best times of day to post and thumbnails and be on Instagram, and I would be pushing it on social media, fixed times of the week, every week. And that's why I burned out, and so I dumped that channel, and to a degree this one, and I came back to it first. I'm back recently back to my colouring channel, but it took like genuinely 2.5 years before I could bring myself to like not be serious about it, but just like not be scared to look at the statistics and get, because they're quite addictive. When you get that 1 out of 10, right, and YouTube do like little fireworks out of it, like in celebration because you've got a 1 out of 10 video, and it's hard. It's such a simple little thing. It's the dopamine hit from that is ridiculous. Dopamine hit from just statistics of your channel, and they do it on purpose, obviously, because it's like, oh yeah, it's to encourage you, but yeah, it's like it pushes you to do more. I'm going to see if I've got any of these drills handy, as opposed to just having to kit up some. If I have to kit up some, then that's it. We're done for the day. But I'm hoping I've got some hanging around. No, I can't find it. I was looking for like one of these little tubs, which is what I thought it was in. I wonder if I finished it. I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to leave this space. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? No, that's trash. Trash. Let's put this in here. Let me just fix this one missing drill then, and that will be it for the day. And I will have to look and see if I've got any 3766. Oh, it'd be so annoying if I've not got any spares. I hope I have. You never know with me. Right, so it was this one that was got a fat butt, and that number was, all right, let me just tick off these. 813. 813. Oh no, it's going to annoy me. So I'll have to look again. Maybe I've lost it. Maybe it's, I don't know, fallen somewhere. I thought I had another pot of that. Right, okay. So that's, where'd it go there? Alright, no, don't put it in there. That'd be bad. Oh, that also means I can't look up my new finish date because I've not done it all. Oh, that's annoying. Thank you for watching. Take care and see you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.